Good morning, everyone. It's day 20, I guess. First morning home from Colorado after 2 weeks. I was kind of in and out of doing videos, but my intention is to do at least a couple a day again. And yeah, it's already day 20. Holy moly, crazy. And who knows, maybe I'll just keep this going. It's definitely been a good thing for me, both getting me out of my comfort zone, getting me more uncomfortable with the camera, and just it's kind of been healing for me to use this as sort of a diary to get my thoughts out on, especially for people who want to judge me. I've realized in the last couple days, I was listening to some of Dr. Joe's. He does a monthly like teleclass thing, which I usually don't have a chance to listen to, but I could listen to the recordings. And I listened to two from last year that were really great. And one was on Halloween. He was just talking about the origins of Halloween and the masters from thousands of years ago. And I realized that from then until now, it's still the same theme of if people don't understand something, they tend to be afraid of it. So it's easy to say it's a cult, or it's it's not normal, or it's not right, or something's wrong with those people, or judgment and fear is really all that is. And it usually comes when people don't understand something, and they don't understand it, and they push it away, and they go to fear and judgment. And it's just really sad to me, because I think I've always been the type that if someone tells me something about something and they're excited about it, and maybe it's done something, why not at least look into it, try it? You don't even have to try it. Research it a little bit. Do a little bit of due diligence, and hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. On the flip side of that, people are going to judge you no matter what you say and do. So I have to be cautious on my path to take people's opinions with a grain of salt, because again, they're just reflections and mirrors of me. So a lot of those times it's just my insecurities coming up to show me what they're trying to say. And I can still love people and not take in their judgment or opinions of me. And that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal for me anyway. So anyways, just some thoughts. I'm gonna head in to meditate. Just got done with my meditation, and it was amazing. Crazy amazing. I had no reference for meditation before I started Dr. Joe's work. So I don't know what other meditations are like. I've talked to a lot of people at a lot of workshops that have meditated for 20 plus years in some form or another. And many of them have told me that this was different. This was pretty impactful, pretty life-changing, this form of meditation. So I just invite everyone out there, to meditate just in and of itself. There's so many proven health benefits, and you feel better. You start your day in a different energy. Your day goes smoother. You start having things show up out of nowhere. I mean, it's just happened. It's just happened to me. And it's like anything else. When you go to a good restaurant, or when you watch a good movie or listen to a good song, you so badly want to share that with other people. You want them to feel that those same amazing feelings that you feel. I just really invite anyone out there, if you're looking to just lessen your anxiety, calm your mind, create something maybe that you've really been focused on. Just to show your kids that, instead of going to the doctor for a monthly checkup, spend that same time and energy in meditation, and it's free. It's free. It's the only thing nobody can take away from you. You don't need a prescription for it. You can do it at any time and anywhere. And I mean, come on, that's taking your power back. So yeah, it was really, really, really amazing. But yeah, I'll be sharing more later today. I have a very busy day. Day 21. It is 12:30 and we are just now getting out of bed. For no particular reason except for it's freezing cold out, and yeah, kind of on a weird sleep schedule. I guess most would say because we're on Colorado time. Scott's having a rough morning. That's hard. It's hard to see him like that. It's hard to see him get so low and, think thoughts about himself that I know just are not true. It's hard. It's hard to watch someone you love so much go through that and be in such pain and sadness. Even though I know what he's going through. I just went through it last week. It's tough. I had a great call, Nerium call last night, Zoom call. I had some awesome people show up for me and to listen and be a part of it. I'm just so super passionate about it, and I think it could be an exciting thing, and I'm excited for those that feel the same as me, and we get to work together to do it. So we'll do another call tonight, and I know that's gonna go just as good. So yeah, another day. Okay, so just got done with my second Nerium Zoom call. I had one last night and then my second one tonight, and it was really awesome. There was a ton of people on there last night, not as many tonight. And today was an interesting day. So we woke up very late, and Scott was kind of having a rough time, which is hard to watch, but it's just part of this journey. And I think a lot of times we are so connected and close with people that we love that we can sense their energy, and we kind of take it on as our own sometimes. I know it's happened to me. And, so I think part of that was, after talking to some of our friends today, I think he really was picking up on some other things too. And of course, coming back to the same environment after 2 weeks of being gone is usually a big cue for him, because, this is where all the energy of the old shit is. So, you really have to become a master in mastering your environment, which is all part of the work and not always so easy. We talked to Simon, and of course, that brought him right out. It brought me up. It's just, he's our family. We love him, really more than words can say. And he's a brother to Scott. He's a brother to me, and more than just a brother. He's our family. And, I can't tell you how meaningful those conversations are and how much they lift your spirit when you have somebody that's just, you're so connected with, and that loves you and you love them unconditionally. Pretty much right after that, I got on the phone with Aviva, and I love that name, Aviva. It's like La Vida. Anyway, talked with her for an hour, and again, just such uplifting conversations, and they make you feel so good. And
it's exciting. It's exciting to talk about how we are improving ourselves and what programs we let run and what programs we're trying to get over so they don't rule our lives. And, how in each moment and every day we're really trying to push ourselves and how we can do that better and in a more loving way and compassionate way. And yeah, it just was, she's such a heart-centered person, and you can't help but feel that, for her and for yourself when you're around that. And, this journey is not always an easy one. And some days you don't know if you're going crazy because, you're saying you're fighting with yourself, and, your body and your emotions want to take you to the victim and anger and pissed offness. And of course we're human, so that's going to come. But, the difference is a lot of people just fall into that, and they don't know that they have a way out of it. They don't know that they actually can control their emotions. And, so a lot of people get stuck in that, and it rules their life, as opposed to saying, yeah, I know this is just an old program of mine that gets frustrated or judgmental or angry or jealous or bitter or whatever, like I said before, whatever drug of choice you pick. This work is hard because you're facing yourself, and you're facing years and years and years of habits, of addictions that you're trying to get rid of, to live the most happy and free that you can. And that's really what it's all about. And, I've worked really hard on trying to get there and continue to do that, continue to find ways. So even with this Nerium, this new business I've started, I knew going into it, and that was part of the reason for doing it, was like, this is going to get me out of my comfort zone. And that's what makes me grow. That's what makes me change. That's when the biggest growth comes, is when you're out of your comfort zone. And I knew that, and I knew it was going to be sometimes uncomfortable for me, and great. It's not enjoyable some days, but I know the value of what I'm getting from that. And it's so funny because just in the last couple days, and approaching people with it and talking about it, and it really is, I realized, like anything else you're excited about, if you're excited about a Dr. Joe workshop, or you're excited about a restaurant that you ate at, or a book you read, I know I'm the type, or a movie you watched, you want to share that with people. And I was conversing a little bit with a lady today that, even like the Dr. Joe workshops, it's an easy reference for me. So even if I got paid or didn't get paid for telling people about it, I would still tell people about it because it changed my life, and I see the impact and the value it has. So why would I not tell people about it? So I used this skincare stuff, which for me is very personal because I really have struggled with my skin since I was 16 years old. And I bought a product that's this size that costs $400. It lasts for a couple months, but it's the only thing I would ever use on my face, me and my mom and my sister. I wouldn't use sunscreen. I wouldn't use face makeup, some bronzer. That's it, ever. Or lotion or anything, because I was so paranoid about it making my face break out. And so even when Anne handed me this cream, it was really funny because I'm like, I don't know if I want to try it because I don't want it to make my face break out. And I was paranoid, but I thought, well, we'll give it a try. That's probably just a belief. So, hey, what if it works great? And she literally just gave it to me and said, take pictures. That's all I ask. And I did, and I took pictures, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I couldn't believe it until I looked at the pictures. My skin was smoother. The redness and blotchiness went away. Even the lines, I mean, I'm only 34, but even the small lines I had went away, and I was just tighter. And even Scott's like, oh, I can tell the next morning when you don't use it. I can tell the next morning when you do put it on, when you don't put it on. And for me, I'm like, oh, holy shit, like this stuff, especially because I know it's personal for me. And, the thing is, Anne didn't try to sell me on anything. She just said, try it. And that's what I loved. oh my God, this company is awesome. This guy that started this is all about self-development and helping people and living healthier, happier lives, and exactly what I try to do in my life, and exactly why I go to meditation workshops and all of that, because that's exactly what I'm all about. And he's saying the same language as I'm talking. And plus, I get to work with people who are in my community already that are amazing. I'm like, why would I not do that? Like, it's so weird to me. And it's, if anything I invest in that I want to make money on, you're gonna invest in it. Just like you invest in going to a workshop. You spend money on going to that to make yourself better. So I don't know. To me, I don't look at it any differently. And I understand judgment against it. I get there. I get that. I've been there before and done that before. I guess, going down this path has changed my perspective so much on things and taught me that, it's easy to automatically go into fear or judgment on things you've known in the past, but that's what this work is about, is not living in your past and seeing opportunities when they come up. And for me, it was such an intuition thing. And it was such like, yeah, no question. Why would I not do that? It's silly. I first started this work because of the situation I was in and where I had lived in the past 10 years before that. I really wanted to help women. I really wanted to help them gain confidence and know that they're not ever stuck in a situation, and especially if it's an abusive one or a dysfunctional one, that they can find that within themselves to do what it takes to live a life for themselves. It's so often as women we fall into the labels of who we are, and that's who we become, and that's not who we are. Our roles can be as a mom or as a wife or a sister or a daughter or, whatever. And those can be roles, but it's not who we are. And we forget that we're women first. And, when you take care of yourself, when you really take care of yourself, it's so true. You're a better mom, you're a better wife, you're a better person because you're happier and you're full. And so you can give more. And, I really, really realized that because I gave myself away to everyone and everything. And I felt guilty and bad asking for anything from me. And I wasn't taking care of me and I was just sucked dry. And that's no one's fault but my own. That's the story I told. So for me, again, being able to have that phone call with a woman, getting off the phone and having her say, you know what, like, this is changing my life. I'm able to get, out of this dysfunctional relationship, or a single mom, trying to make ends meet for her kids. And oh my God, I started this and I'm making as much money as I want. And it's easy because I'm doing it because I believe in what I'm doing. And that for me, oh my God, that's exactly, it's exactly what I want. I want to inspire people. I know personally what it can do and the confidence it can build and all that. And, so yeah, it's so interesting. It's just interesting to observe. So those are my thoughts for today. And yeah, until tomorrow, I will say goodnight.